Hello, hello. Welcome to our Fan Into Flame live stream. We are talking this month all about we're talking about the DIY event. Is it hard to make worship flags? Have you ever thought that you might like to make worship flags? I'm not gatekeeping anything today. In this Fan Into Flame live stream, I'm going to show you, let you know exactly what you need in order to make quality worship flags that will last for years to come. Really, we're it's not about gatekeeping any of this information. I want to share it with you. It's time for you to express your creativity. So let's talk about that right after the bump. Hey there. If you have been part of our live stream so far in the month of January, we've been talking DIY event. It's all about making your own worship flags, joining into that process. I'm Andrea York with Catch the Fire Worship Flags, and this Fan Into Flame live stream is your place to become the worshiper that God is looking for. It's inspired by John 4:23, where we are learning to worship in spirit and truth. We are talking about every kind of worship related topic related to that. If you are a creative worshiper, and please like this video and subscribe to our channel so that you get more information and you always know when we are offering something new. So let's lift up a banner and let's dive into the supplies. Where are you going to get and what supplies do you need? We've been talking a little bit. If you've caught any of the live streams already this month, you can go back and check them out. We talked about machines. What are the best machines? Do you need to have a serger? And then we talked, what else did we talk? Then we talked fabrics. We talked about the styles. What kind of style would you like to make? What are you drawn to? What kind of the creative process? At Catch the Fire Worship Flags, we do a lot of the angel wing in color blocking, and the prophetic declarations come from the expression of color. That can also be mixed up with silk flags and silk dyeing. So let's get into where we're going to get that. In the show notes, you're going to see a lot of links. Feel free to click on any of those links. Some of them take to Amazon, where you can get supplies that we don't carry. So I'm going to show you everything that we offer on our website. And if we don't carry it, I'm going to let you know where you can get it at the best possible price. So first off, I love kits, and one of the things that one of our fire catchers, her name is Sherry, she was saying about the process is that part of the creative process is actually an act of worship in itself. So if you haven't considered making your own worship flags and you have some of that ability, if you know how to use a sewing machine, you can make your own worship flags. You can use the creativity that God gave you and express that in just even in the preparation. It prepares you. I know that as I make them for you in our ready-made section, I love knowing that they are going into hands of worshipers, creative worshipers, and it is really shifting atmospheres. It is doing God's work, and I think that worship flags are prophetic declarations. And it says in Isaiah 55 that His word does not return void; it does accomplish what it set out to do. And so when you look at our worship flags and see what they're named and why we've named them that, we give some explanation. I hope that's helpful, but you can enter into this process too. So let's get into that. I want to show you, I'm going to, if you are watching live, please let us know where you are. I always do look at the notes in the chat. It's difficult. I keep saying this. It's like a broken record that it is difficult as I am live to follow in the chat because I'm trying to operate a couple of different cameras for you so that I can show you exactly what I can show you a lot. There's tech this is a great setup for me, but it does mean that I actually can't follow in the chat. But what will happen is that I will definitely be answering and reading all your comments. So please do engage. I want to know if this information is helpful to you and if you are liking what we're doing here on our live stream. If you want any other topics covered, we'd like to know that. But for right now, if you're here, let us know where you're coming in from. I know that this is kind of international. We get, being that I'm Canadian and probably most of you are going to be American, that's international right there. But we ship to worship. Ship worship flags to about 25 different countries, which is thrilling to me. And I just know that because I can't travel to all those places, but I know that the his name is being lifted high in those places. So all of that to say is, just give me a second. I'm going to move over. Yeah, hi. If you let's look at our, I just want to show you the piecemeal. So in our flag kits, you get a piece of a uh, pre-cut fabrics. You get our quiver bendy poles and a liner. What is not included that might be nice is, and I'll put links for this, is a grosgrain that would go around that would go around the flag shaft. It's not necessary. It I've never used this, but some people, I think other flag makers do use that. You can, um, but this is everything you need to make a single layer pair of worship flags. Now, some of the other things that I think that would be necessary is having our DIY accessory kit. What that comes with is it comes with a rolled hem presser foot. Now, this is the magic little tool. Then this is $19. But when you have a pair of shears, you have a pair of sew makers, dressmakers pins. These are high quality magnetic pins that don't bend easily. Any of this, I've gone through so many pins uh, over the course. They just bend when I'm not even really rough with them because it's such delicate fabric. And then a pair of little snips. So for $19, it's actually on sale at the moment. You can pick that up. And this rolled hem presser foot it eliminates, it finishes it really beautiful, and it eliminates a lot of time because you don't have to pin and like roll and pin and then sew it up. Now, in that kit, you can purchase everything by the piece. Now, the kit is going to be the least expensive or the best deal because you're buying it together. But what comes basically is the pole pocket liner. This is why we don't actually need the grosgrain, because it is already reinforced, and then the material is going to cover up the white. But if you think that that's unsightly, then you can cover it up with a grosgrain ribbon. And I will link everything that you need to in our show notes. Then you will also, we have two kinds of poles. These are called our quiver, and they actually bend. They're very bendy, so it's easy to travel with. These, when I travel, these, I wouldn't say are typically, when just on a Sunday, I prefer the flexion poles. And I'll show you these ones. So they have some bend, about 20%, right? There's some flexibility in it. The quiver poles are great if you travel. And I do travel a lot. So I have a lot of these that go in my suitcase, when I don't have to bring another like long pole. So we have a lot of poles like that. You can get them in individually at $19 for a pair, or we sell them in bundles, giving you incredible savings of 20 or 50 pairs, whatever works for you. If you know that you're going to be making a lot of worship flags, that actually might be something that you might want to think about, as well as the bulk fabric that we sell by the rolls or by the yard, because again, it's 110 width, which I actually haven't seen anything. I've had these manufactured myself for our worship flags, and so I'm I'm extending the savings onto you. And so some of our, then you can purchase, you can see behind me, I have all of these. These are what I use to make worship flags, and you have access to this too through our DIY store. So you can choose, and this is where you can layer, and you can mix and match. The purple and the rainbow look really great together. This, in fact, is our Imago Deo worship flags, the gold and the green. You can make your own set, and you can have a joy in the process, just like Sherry when she says it's part of the worship. And let me see. Let's see. I hope that you're enjoying what we're showing you. So what I don't sell, and I do have at the moment, I have a veil, a silk veil. This is an 8 millimeter silk veil, 3 yards by 45. So three yards by 45. I think it's about 100 times by 45 inch width. And then the dyes that I have are yellow, orange, and green. It comes with a set of rubber latex gloves. If you're interested in this, is actually not available on my website. This is my personal. I had made a couple of flags. That's not what I am doing a lot of. So this is if you'd like to take this off my hands. These are unopened. So these will make a ton of this is enough to probably make about 50 flags. There's so much dye in here. So if you're interested in that, I'm selling this for $49, including shipping. If you are interested, just write, I'm interested in the silk DIY, and I'll message you and we can make arrangements for payment. Everything else is on our website. I think that's about what we have. If you would be interested in any of the things we have, the patterns, the liners, the class, you can learn how to make worship flags with our videos that I go through everything, including troubleshooting and fixing some problems when they come up. But if you are interested in that, I'm going to drop a discount code in the description, in the chat notes, in the video notes, for $10 off any purchase of $25 or more. So that's a great savings that is going to be available for you for participating in the live stream, the DIY event this month. So thank you for watching. Coming up next week, we're still in January. There's 5 Thursdays in January this month, and so we're going to be going through looking at common problems with flag making and just discovering a few of the how to fix those and what to do about that. And then coming up into February, we're going to be going into our color series, looking at the prophetic meaning and biblical meaning of color, as well as we're going to be talking about worship flags purchased from China. I made a couple of purchases recently from China, and I want to show you what I purchased and is it worth it. So stay tuned for that. Please like and follow if you like this channel. It helps us reach more people. And I just want to say thank you for catching us live, making comments, being engaged in our content. If you have anything that you'd like to learn, please let me know and we'll try to make a live video about it. Thanks again for joining us.